everyone, it's me, Annie Woods, here for Annie's World. This is episode 21 of the vlog. And I know, holy crap, it's actually lasted this long. What you see behind me, you see two laptops. You ought to recognize Gremlin. Gremlin's sitting off in the corner being uninstalled. That is Monstrosity. That is my favorite baby laptop, wonderful machine that I lost a while back. I got an early birthday present, and I got Monstrosity back, so now I'm updating Monstrosity and putting all my files back on. Thank goodness for Dropbox, because all my writing and pictures and stuff were already in Dropbox, so all I had to do is install Dropbox, so that makes life easier there. Currently uninstalling everything over on Gremlin. My other present for my birthday, early birthday present, ta-da, camera. Like my camera, is a, if you can read it, PowerShot A540. It's not in the greatest shape, but hey, it's a functional camera, which I haven't had for a while, so expect eventually to get picture spammed, because I do like to take pictures. This week brings with it some interesting news for himself. Himself lost his job. It was kind of to be expected since he hasn't been to work lately. But a friend of ours down in California has potentially offered him a job. This means that himself would be in California while I'm up here in Idaho, both of us working, trying to get all of our debts paid off, or paid down at least, until we can move in together. Back in together, I should say, which is going to be kind of tough. I mean, I was a basket case when you went to Texas. We're talking a year separation instead of a few days. For some reason, I'm not as panicky about the year separation as I am about the few days. Don't ask, I don't know. A lovely, wonderful surprise from my friend Deanna showed up today in the mail. Another birthday present. It's for the laptop. I've installed it on Monstrosity. I haven't played it yet. I haven't really been in a Sims mood, so I'm not really probably going to pick it up. Yes, it's warm, so I'm fanning. Seriously, it's really warm in here. Which is good news, because that means we've had temperatures above like 50 degrees. Bad news, we've had temperatures above 60 degrees. I like the 60s, 70s, low 70s right in there, and it's been okay. Rydar is currently mad at me because I closed the window, because it looks like it's starting to rain again. And I don't want the window area getting wet again. I've already got a place where the paint's peeling because I forgot to close the window. Boy, me and the ums, man, I swear, I use them all the time and I shouldn't. The ongoing saga of the medical situation continues. Eventually, hopefully, it'll be resolved. I've not gotten as much writing done on Only a Name as I would have liked to this week, but I finally got someone to beta read my Beauty and the Beast rewrite. What are you chasing? Oh, okay, you're fine. My Beauty and the Beast rewrite, and pointed out some really glaring, stupid errors, and then some that I honestly, being as close to my story as I am, I couldn't see them, but I happened to agree once I read back over them and read her suggestions. I happened to agree. Eventually, I'll get around to implementing those suggestions and get that polished up. I am going to go over to a friend's house tomorrow to help them celebrate Mother's Day. It's my second mother and my friend. They invited us for Mother's Day, and we couldn't say no. Well, we could have, but we didn't say no. One of the things I wanted to talk about this week is actually, I actually have a purpose to this vlog this week. You know, big surprise. I want to talk about hope. That's an odd thing to talk about you might think on a vlog, but for the longest time, himself and I haven't had much hope. I mean, we hit rock bottom and couldn't dig ourselves out of that rock bottom. We've been sitting on bedrock for the last couple years, kind of chiseling away at it, going, can we get out of this hole now? This trip to California may I'm gonna say may prove to be worthwhile for him, and it may help us get out of the hole. It may be the worst thing possible for us. Although honestly, given that we've been homeless, worst case scenario is he doesn't have a job and I have to come up with money real fast to bring him back to Boise. He can live in a homeless shelter for a few weeks while I do that. But we're hoping for the best. The guy that's going to employ him has offered to put him through school so he can become a car technician. That's the exact title. Himself already knows something about cars, so this is really up his alley. He wants to work with his hands, kind of build things, and this is really, really something that he can do, and that we really feel confident that this is going to be a good thing. Or so we keep telling ourselves. We have to have that hope. We have to believe and have hope and have faith that something's going to give and we're going to have something good happen. And that something good is not going to be followed immediately by the worst catastrophe ever. Because if we keep having worst catastrophes ever, it's just going to get to the point where literally we're just going to go take a tent and disappear up in the mountains and never come back. Because honestly, that's about the point where we're going to be like, nothing's working, we're screwed anyway, let's just say to hell with the world and go hide. I don't want to do that. He may find that an interesting idea, but I don't want to do that. So we really have to have hope that things are going to get better. I hope by moving to customer service that my stress levels are going to go down and that I'm going to have a much more successful career at work. I hope that this deal in California, which we won't know anything more about, well, he knows the whole big, long list of things that's going to happen, but he won't be able to go down there until the end of May, beginning of June, because the guy's going to fly him down there, let him look around, get in with the guys in the shop, see how well they all get along, because this is a long-term investment on his part. So if he thinks my husband is worth it, he will keep my husband down there. If he doesn't, he'll fly my husband back to Boise. Either way, he gets a free trip to Santa Barbara or San Diego or... Great, I can't even remember where we're going to be living. Go figure. But yeah, we got to have hope that everything's going to turn out all right. And that's what my hope is. And I'm running long, so I'm going to cut this one short this week. Just to let you know, the picture at the lead-in is Bruno Sand Dunes National Park, just outside of Mountain Home, Idaho. Yes, those are sand dunes, and yes, it's really cool. So anyway, this is Annie Woods signing off for this week. We'll see you guys next week on the vlog.